The grumpy Easterner.
Hi there. It's 4th of July and the Americans are celebrating something. I'm not exactly sure what, but they have a lot of tanks and they will be parading them. So, to keep with the holiday spirit, I put in some decorations. I hope you like it. Anyway, there is something the Americans like even more than tanks, and that's buying stuff. I was browsing Kickstarter for, I think it was 2 days ago, for some photography stuff, and I have seen a very weird thing. There's a company called Negative Supply, which tries to sell this gizmo, Film Carrier Mark 1, 35mm roll film holder for camera scanning. So if you have a film and you want to scan it, there are various ways. Some people use flatbed scanner, which is a professional scanner, or you can use these weird small ones, or you can just take a proper picture of the film with your camera. For that, you need a good holder. I tried to take a picture of a negative film with some help. My wife was holding it by the window. I tried to take pictures. It's horrible. So yeah, you need something to help you. The problem I have with this offer is it's completely ridiculous. So the initial goal was $15,000 for starting production of this thing. It surpassed the goal in 6 hours. In 4 days, it's currently on $40,500. 115 people actually gave them money. So what is this weird product? It is just a film holder. It's a box with a hole in it. If you take the famous $1 Brownie camera and cut a piece of it away, you get pretty much the same thing. So it's a piece of plastic. You put film in it, there's a hole in the middle, and in the moment you see the film going through the hole, you can take a picture. You move the film by rotating a small roller. They say it's made of nylon and there are some metal parts, and it has like these 4 tiny legs. So this is the product. Can you imagine that somebody gave 115 people gave them over $40,000 to start producing this? So what's the retail price of this thing? You would say maybe $30, maybe $40. It's just something you put film through. It doesn't have any optical elements, it doesn't have any electronics. It's nothing else than a box with a hole and a roller. The retail price is supposed to be $300. And that's just for this thing. Now, of course, you need a camera to take the pictures. You also need something to mount the camera on. And yeah, they have it. It's called Pro Mount Mark 1. And there is some option of paying in advance. You'll get it in September, maybe. And you can get it for discounted price. So now you can get this box with a hole for $280, or you can get the box with a hole plus something to hold your camera for $430. And it just makes me sad. Okay, they talked about research. There are some ideas that go into this. It needs to be tested. Yeah, I understand all of this. But seriously, it's not a new concept. We had this for a pretty long time. And now for the big surprise. You might be wondering what's here. So I bought this item 3 days ago because I wanted to digitalize some pictures, but most importantly, I wanted to take reverse film images, slides. Now, reversal film is hard to get. I think there are like 2 companies that make it. And if you want it developed, the developer is not very cheap, and almost nobody does this professionally. There's a lot of slide film in color, but not in black and white. So, the second best option is to take a negative film, take a picture, and then take another negative film and take picture of the negative. And you will get the positive image for the slide film. So, I went to the store and I found something from the 60s that might help me. I tested it and it actually works. So I introduce you to Checkmatic 3000. This weird gizmo does exactly the same thing as the Film Carrier Mark I 35mm scanning unit with the ProMount Mark I for film camera Mark I scanning unit. It is exactly the same thing. You put your camera here. You can use a film camera, you can use a digital camera, it's up to you. You put your lens here. In this case I'm using Helios 44-2, standard, extremely cheap, but good quality Russian lens that was basically the basic lens for the Zenit cameras. You put your negative film through here and you move it like this. You move it to the place where you want to take the picture and you snap the picture. Easy as that. You can use film that's already cut into pieces. You can use film that's just in the roll. Or, if you want, and this thing they are offering doesn't have this option, you can use slide film. Now, I understand that they promised they will be developing some more than just a scanner for 35mm film. They will be developing scanner for 120 film and for sheet films, which is all good. But it's just the same thing with a slightly different sized hole. Yeah, they say it has a dust removal system. It's just a brush. They say it has a tube, or not a tube, but it has a special covering so the light from outside doesn't go in it. Yeah, if I want the same thing, I can just put this. It's a biotechnology, it's made out of recycled materials. I can put it here and it will protect everything. If you think the lens is bad, you can use this. Oh, I like this one. This is highly radioactive super multi-coated Tacumar. It's one of the best M42, which is a Pentax screw mount. One of the best lens made for that system, and I must say it gives you extremely sharp images. You use your standard camera here. You have a DSLR, or you can put a mirrorless camera, or whatever you have. And I had to change it a little bit because now we have slightly different light bulbs. So I had to bend this, and I bought this flexible socket for a light bulb in a hobby market. It's about a mile this direction. So I can adjust the light bulb exactly where I need it. So if I want to take the picture, I adjust the light bulb and I take the picture. So how much was this? This entire thing, just without the flexible part here, and without the camera with the lens, was $31. Together with the flexible part, about 35 bucks. It was manufactured in the 1960s. It exists for over half a century. It provides a light source. This one doesn't provide a light source. It provides perfect mounting for the camera. If you want mounting in the Kickstarter one, you need to pay extra. It can be used for slide films, your grandfather's slide films. This one doesn't have an option for slide films. You want to take slide films, pictures of slide films? You will have to buy another $300 thing. As long as it's just 300, I don't know. It's in development. Maybe they will develop it. Maybe they won't. It's just so weird for me that somebody will pay so much money. That's $300. You can get used professional scanner, flatbed one, for $300. Maybe for $400, but it doesn't matter. And you can use it for 35mm film, for 120 film, for huge sheet films, 8x10. You can use it for basically everything. People are paying $300, or the early backers $250, for a piece of plastic with a hole in it. Yeah, they had a fancy video. I don't have fancy videos, but I hope I at least say something relevant, and I hope I saved some money to at least someone. There are things like this all over the world. Anyway, happy 4th of July if you celebrate it, and see you.